Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Dosha with DoshaDreamsTarot, and this is a reading for everybody. I'm doing a quick reading just to put something out there I'm being inspired to, and I want it to be accessible to all of y'all lovely people who have subscribed to me in the last 30 days. Thank you so much, and thank you for your likes and everything. It is really awesome to step away for a moment and come back and see that people are enjoying my content and that my channel's growing. So that's awesome. I love it. And thank you. So yes, y'all, I have been recording readings all week, and I don't know what's going on, but Lord, technical difficulties. I don't know if you heard that little notification, but yeah, I've just been having trouble uploading, so I had to start from scratch, completely clear it, and so here we are. So anyway, I just wanted to put out, like, a quick thank you and a collective reading. So the way I do collective readings, y'all, and also I thank you so much for clicking on the video if you did. I feel like collective readings are greatly underrated and underestimated, but the deal is that these readings can be really, really potent, and some of the things that come through collective readings are just incredible, and not comparatively to the individual astrology sign readings, because those are really potent too, but I'm just saying that it can zoom out into this macro scale kind of overview of humanity and like where we're going and what is happening with us cyclically, like on a planetary level, which is pretty freaking cool, and I really love the messages that come through. So yeah, I think that collective readings are really not as appreciated as they deserve to be. So anyway, so this reading can be for everybody on a macro scale, or it can be for anybody where that I can actually tune into individual people, and really specific messages come through collective readings also. So you never know. It's usually like a goodie bag of all of that and more. So let's go ahead and get into it. Definitely having like some kind of like technical difficulties getting in the way of pursuing passions and dreams and goals and everything. And I think that some of y'all might relate to that right now. That could be something that's happening for the collective as well. Ooh, yeah, totally. And I'll take a look at that too. That's so funny. Yeah, things not like working. You know what I mean? Or like potentially things that involve other people could be a little bit strained right now. There could be delays in projects and things like that, and I'm really getting that with the technical difficulties thing. That's so funny. I saw the moon a couple times on the bottom of the deck here, but I saw it a couple times while I was pre-shuffling just now. And that kind of makes me feel like this could be a planetary type deal. Like, I know Mercury retrograde can affect technology, so I'm not sure what's going on with the cosmos. I'm not an astronomer or an astrologist. I just read tarot, and astrology is interwoven into tarot. So, I do use it as a guide, or I am aware of it to that extent, if that makes sense. But as far as what's going on in the cosmos, like, I depend on other people for that, which, you know what I mean? We all have our niche, right? So I'm not sure what's going on with the cosmos right now. I haven't really checked in with that, so maybe that's something some of y'all would be interested in checking out. But so we have the Strength card coming out, and that was the first card that I saw, and the first one that came out here. So what Spirit is saying is persevere, don't give up, find a way around your obstacles, find a way through them to overcome them, whatever it is. Don't allow yourself to be overran by difficulties, obstacles, anything like that. Spirit is really saying to find your inner strength to be the one in charge here. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, right? Be a good steward also is something I just heard for whatever reason. Maybe a good steward of your projects, like to take care of your projects. Ooh, 7 of Swords. So, okay, keep in mind also, y'all, and like don't, you know what I mean, shoot the messenger or get freaked out here. The moon is wanting to come out again. Okay, so obviously that's important. Maybe we should take a look at the moon cycles, because I actually do know, I don't want to waste a lot of time on that, but I actually do know that there is a full supermoon in Scorpio at the end of this month. I believe it's the 26th. But we're going to look up the current moon phase right now, because I think that's important for whatever reason. Yeah, it's April 26th is the super full moon in Scorpio. So let's go ahead and check it out. Hold up. Current moon phase is a waxing crescent at 18.4%. So the new moon was on the 11th. First quarter's on the 20th. So the reason why I'm mentioning this also, because this may mean something to some of y'all who just like know a little bit more about moon cycles, but they all do have their own meaning, and there's different things that you can focus on when those come around. You know what I'm saying? So we're about to have, or we just had the new moon on the 11th, and the first quarter's on the 20th. Okay, so I don't know why Spirit really wanted me to pull that out. Okay, so the Seven of Swords kind of wanting to come out and be a little sneaky snake in the cut there. I'm just mentioning it because keep in mind, and like I said, I don't want to freak anyone out, and I really don't like to give more power to other people's bad intentions than they deserve. You know what I mean? Like, no. But some people might be sending like some bad juju your way, just in the way of like, even just their attitude, right? Like, you may have people who, sorry, I just saw something that tripped me out. It was just the hangman in reverse, and so the face of the hanged man was looking right at me, and I was like, whoa. Interesting. So maybe someone's coming out of contemplation here also, and maybe trying to communicate with you. But I'm getting here that with that Seven of Swords coming out, I just want to say that y'all might have, and like I said, I don't want to plant seeds of doubt or mistrust or whatever, but it's just coming through, so I have to say it. Y'all might have some frenemies out there who like are seeing you do well, or maybe it's like, oh, that's what I just got. Okay, so for some of you, you may have been like keeping to yourself and being really quiet, and then you've recently kind of like stepped out in the open a little bit and been like, hey, you know what I mean? This is how I'm doing or whatever, or shared something cool that's happened recently or something like that. And there might be people in the background who actually like have a little bit of I'm getting like insecurity about what they're doing, and so it's coming out as like envy or jealousy towards you, or they're kind of like, oh, I kind of liked it better when you weren't around, you know what I mean? Because like, oh, you're, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, you're showing your face or something, right? So you're kind of like, oh, you know, I'm doing well, and I'm, you know what I mean, valuable human, I'm doing cool shit or whatever. And for whatever reason, that has bothered some people. So keep that in mind. It's not so much what people say, it's what they don't say, okay? So acknowledge that if you have recently like made a post on social media or something, and you haven't for a long time, or you know, it doesn't matter, maybe that's for some of you, but for some of you, maybe you consistently post, but take note of who doesn't like your post. Take note of who doesn't leave a comment, who doesn't interact with that post, because I guarantee you they saw it and they didn't interact with it because they had feelings about it. Okay? Seriously, keep that in mind. So I don't know why Spirit is saying that. 10 of Wands, right? So someone is actually, could be potentially wishing that you were carrying more burdens, wishing that you had more trouble. Excuse me, let me reach for this card. Someone could be, Death card in reverse. Okay, these cards are so cool too. I just got the Tattoo Tarot deck, the Ink and Intuition, which I have admired from afar, and so I finally jumped in and got it, which y'all really do inspire me. You know what I mean? The more energy that I get from y'all, the more energy I put into these readings, and you know, so it's really cool. I do have to keep this short though, because I think honestly that it may be the length of my readings that's making it more difficult here, so I'm trying to keep them shorter. But the Death card in reverse is really coming through as like somebody doesn't like seeing you change. Two of Swords. I'm telling you, this sounds really fucked up, y'all, and I know that this is going to be hard for some of you to hear. Like I said, don't shoot the messenger. This is literally just Spirit wants me to talk about this. Some people liked it better when you didn't know what to do, right? Some people don't want to see you transform and change and do better and end the things in your life that were causing you burdens, basically. I'm telling you, y'all, this is crazy. This is coming through. So that kind of energy, though, it could be causing you problems, right? Like things not working. And it could just be bad intentions and bad juju, bad energy. It doesn't mean someone's sitting down and reading out of a spell book and fucking with you intentionally. It could literally just be their thought process, their attitude towards you. You know what I mean? And you're going to have to overcome that here because you're stronger than that, first off. Spirit is saying your spirit is eternal. I don't know why I'm getting that, but like who you are now in this physical body is just a representation of you. It's just a physical manifestation of you to help you. It's a vehicle for you, for your spirit to move through the world and to, you know, accomplish things here in the real world. So what I'm getting here is that it's just, your spirit is eternal, and so this crap is just nonsense. And also I feel like, you know, it's almost like, also another message I'm getting is you may have been confused about what to do previous. Like you may have been in this Two of Swords energy and waiting for something, and you're kind of like, now you're realizing like that's keeping things from changing for you also. So that's just for some of you. Anyway, thank you, Spirit. Can we get some more messages on this? Okay. The Lover's coming out. So this could represent a decision, but this could also represent a love situation. So what I'm getting also is that like you may be, there may have been, okay, here's, I'm getting like 3 or 4 different things. Jesus, Spirit. Okay. So in the context of this reading, what I'm getting is that either you could have been facing a difficult decision over whether or not to end something, or something that ended in the past is resurfacing, right? Because now it's becoming a decision, a choice where you're deciding, do I pursue this or not? And also something you thought was over actually isn't over, and it's putting you in this place of indecision and uncertainty, okay? And you're going to have to be strong in this situation. 5 of Swords in reverse, it could be, okay, I'm getting so many things. God, this is annoying. These types of readings, okay, and I'm not saying like everything is meant to be and it comes out like this, but there's this pattern, okay? And I don't know if y'all acknowledge this. Like I also, you know what I mean, I set my intentions, and you know what? I should have said my prayer before I started this also. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. Thank you so much, Spirit, for your divine messages and guidance. We're deeply grateful, and we know we couldn't do this without you. Would you please help guide the collective for their highest good, Spirit, and please bless us and protect us as we move forward in this reading. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I usually do that, but I think I was so excited about seeing my everything go up when I popped on and was like, oh, I should definitely do something as a thank you also, just to, you know what I mean, keep the energy going. So I apologize for that, but I think that there's a purpose for that also, even, you know, and it's so crazy. But anyway, I just wanted to say, I don't want to get off track, but I just want to say that there's this pattern of people not being happy for you, people not wanting to support you, people not wanting to work with you because of envy and jealousy and causing you problems, and you having to be strong through so much adversity here, that there's this situation that could come back around here involving like a romantic partnership or something like that, potentiality, whatever, that you thought was over that's not. And there are going to be some revelations here with this 5 of Swords in reverse that I feel like this person is either going to tell you the truth about what was going on behind your back, or I feel like other people are going to come out and expose themselves just by the way that they act about this. People are going to expose themselves with the way that they are not happy for you. Like I said, the people who don't say anything, right? Or the people who don't invite you to things, or you know what I mean? Like I'm saying, it's just as much what people don't do as what they do, right? So I think you need to keep that in mind, but this is going to cause some kind of decision and confusion for you, and I think that you're just going to have to be strong, okay? And you're going to have to rely on yourself. That's also something I'm getting, is don't ask for other people's opinions about this. Don't even ask for other people's input. Just you focus on how you feel about it, you know, because I just don't think that you can necessarily trust other people's attitudes. You know what I mean? Spirits want me to look at the bottom of this. Okay, Ace of Coins in reverse. So yeah, this could talk about it, like a delayed offer here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is, I feel like this is just indicating also here that this decision, like I said, you're going to have to be strong with this. So it could be a difficult decision. And some of the most difficult decisions are when we have to say no, or when we have to walk away from something because we know that it is for our highest good, okay? And I know that that can be really difficult. So what I'm seeing here is the 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this is talking about a lack of emotional fulfillment, a lack of happiness, okay? So you could realize that this this decision, or okay, so the potentiality of this linking up with this person or whatever is not going to make you happy, you know what I mean? And you may choose to move on instead with the Six of Swords, okay? And you've got the King of Wands in reverse, so this person could not take it well, or it's very possible that this is the way that this person is showing up energetically here. You know, that it's that there's a lack of passion and taking action, okay? And that could be part of the reason why you decide to move on, because you're like, you know, I just don't think that you're really going to show up, you know what I mean, in the way that I need you to. You know, like something about this is you're like, you know what I mean, this isn't going to make me happy, or this definitely didn't make me happy in the past, so I'm going to have to move on. And this person is going to either be impacted by this decision where that they're not going to take it well. It's going to put them in a reverse position, right? Where they're just, but they could also, like I said, it could show their true colors, because with the Five of Wands coming, or it was the Five of Swords, I apologize, coming out in the reverse, it's almost saying that like this kind of the petty motivators behind things, or like the deception and the kind of catty, like you know, backstabby kind of like, you know, argumentative shit talking really kind of energy, it's like that's all going to be exposed. So it's like if you tell this person, I'm going to I don't think I can do this, I need to move on here, and then they end up responding in a negative way because they can't take the rejection, because guess what, if somebody responds badly to rejection, right, and they get angry when you tell them no, that's a huge red flag. And better that you told them no and saw how they really respond to being told no than to tell somebody yes and then you find out later. You know what I mean? That's honestly, that's like somebody like you know, inviting you back to their place after a date, right? And then, you know, you say yes even though you're not really sure about it, but you say yes, right? And then when you get in that situation where you're then like alone with that person and they want to, you know, take things to like a physical level, and you're like, hey, I don't really feel comfortable with that yet, I'm just getting to know you, whatever. And then they get mad, and then you're like at their house and they're mad at you for saying no, that you don't want to, you know what I mean? But it's like, imagine if you were back at the bar or whatever, and this is just an example, guys, but like imagine you're back at the bar and they're like, hey, do you want to come back to my place? And you're like, no, I'm good. And then they get pissed at the bar and storm out or something. Then you're like, damn, well, glad I didn't go home with that person, right? Like, so that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting, is that this person could get angry and they could say a bunch of shit like, oh, so-and-so was right about you, or oh, I see how it is, you know, this is exactly what so-and-so said would happen, right? Like, that's the kind of shit that I'm getting, is that this person is going to reveal, first off, their true colors and the true colors of the people that they're talking about. And you're gonna be like, wow, I didn't even know that you guys talked about me like that. Oh, I didn't even know that that person felt that way about me, right? Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's like, this is going to, I feel like this is, if you decide to say no to this person, I feel like they're gonna get all pissy and they're gonna say some shit, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, glad I said no, because now I know who you really are and I know who these people really are. You know what I mean? So, okay, cool, you know? Which I just think is kind of funny. I mean, it's not funny because I feel like it does put you in your feelings, and you definitely are like, you know, you're it's a hard decision. But for those of you who do decide to move on from this, I feel like that's the way that shit might go down. And then you've got the World card coming out, y'all. So it's like, the World card coming out tells me that it's going to bring closure. Because you're going to be like, oh, like, this is something that, you know what I mean, I have had to be strong about. And this is something I thought was over, and then now it's coming back around for this like potential reconciliation or something here, and it's putting me in my you know, my feelings a little bit, and making things difficult. Like, you're having to make a decision. I feel like you're having to make a head over heart decision here, and when you do, you're gonna realize it was the right thing, because it's going to reveal something, you know, and you're gonna realize like, okay, yeah, now I can leave this thing behind for sure, for good, and I can actually like move forward. And so that's the thing, is like I said, it's like some people don't like seeing you change and grow, and so it's like they see you changing and they're like, it's like some people can't, here's what I'm getting also, is somebody might be coming back around because they see that you're changing, and they're like, oh, well, now I want to be involved, right? Or something like that. They don't like the idea of you rising without them, because then they would make them feel like, oh, I made a bad decision. So it's really all about them at the end of the day. And the King of Wands can also be pretty selfish, self-serving, right? So that's what I'm getting. Okay, I'm going to go and pull some oracle cards just to, you know, for fun. And, you know, maybe I'll pull a love message too. But, you know, it's difficult because I feel like you know, it just seems so petty and like so dramatic, like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, like, you know, you have to be, if you're willing to move towards somebody, you have to be ready and prepared to receive a no. That's just the reality, okay? And the better you get at the better you get at rejection, then the less afraid you are of approaching people, because then you're like, oh, well, yeah, if I ask this person out and they say no, it's not the end of the world. That's it. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And even if it was a tough decision or a tough situation, or you're trying to ask for forgiveness, or someone comes, you know what I mean? It's like you have to be ready to receive a no in life, because that's just the reality. And that's also the respectful thing to do. If someone tells you no, you can't get angry at them. I mean, if you feel angry about it, like, sure, but don't get mad and you know what I mean? Like, you can feel angry on your own time, right? Yeah, you know better, right? You know better. And I think that's part of this too, is that it's like you are making a head over heart decision because you know better than to get involved in this situation. You're just kind of like, yeah, I just think that there's too many eyes on it too. That's what I'm getting, is there's people who have opinions about it. Oh my God, bottom of the deck, this is over and done. See, that's the thing, is that I think that when this comes back around, it's important for whatever reason that this comes back around. And when it does, it's going to give you the opportunity to gain clarity on the situation, I'm getting. And I'm getting that, like, somebody is going to reveal something and it's going to give you closure. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting. Okay, that's cute. But yeah, stretch your body. Just take care of yourself. But that might help with this decision, is just to take care of yourself. But it's just so funny to me. I don't know. I mean, it's not funny because these types of situations are bullshit and no one deserves to be put in these types of positions. But it's just funny to me because it's like, you know, it's just emotional immaturity from other angles, right? Where it's like you're trying your best to like stay strong and move forward, and you know, and you're it's just like other people having their opinions and their feelings and like just inserting themselves, and you know what I mean, and all that sort of thing. That's what I'm getting from this reading. And you're just like, you know better than to get involved with this, whatever it is. And I feel like you're going to move on. It's going to give you closure, and it's going to give you the opportunity to change and you know what I mean, like a whole new cycle to begin for you. Which is beautiful and awesome, you know, like I'm just feeling a lot of good energy from it, you know what I mean? It's just that this particular situation might be difficult to begin with. Yeah, King of Coins in reverse. I don't know why I decided to pull that, but it's just, this is just what I'm getting, is that it's like, these are like Queen of Swords. Yeah. Look how badass the Queen of Swords is in this deck. She's so fucking hot. Look at that. Because it's like you're gonna protect yourself. You've set your boundaries. You know what you deserve. You're not taking any bullshit, and you're ready to cut people off if that's what's necessary for you. You know, people don't get to just, you know, just treat you like garbage and then just come back around. Yeah, you're gonna have to leave some people out in the cold here, because it's very possible that's what they have done to you in the past, or that's what they would do to you. You know what I mean? And it's like, so you don't have to feel bad about that. In my opinion, I think that you have every right to say no to anybody for any reason. You don't have to say yes for any fucking reason, unless you have commitments and obligations. But you know what I mean? Even those can be changed and renegotiated if they don't work for you anymore, right? But in this situation, this is somebody coming back around and it being a head over heart decision, and you're deciding to say no here. And I feel like some people, somebody might not like that. You know what I mean? But don't get other people's input and say no because other people told you to. You know what I mean? Do it for yourself and just move on. And I feel like it's going to open up a whole new world of possibility for you. So that's what I'm getting for y'all. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you again. If you're new to this channel, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe if you dig my energy. If this reading didn't resonate with you, go check out your other placements. Like I said, I've had some technical difficulties this week, but we are back on track, and so I will be uploading more zodiac sign readings here pretty soon. But I just wanted to get something out there, and also just to say thank you to my new subscribers. I'm really, really grateful for you guys, and it really does inspire me, and it does, you know, fuel my fire. And so I'm here for you guys are here for me, and it's super sweet, and I love it. So anyway, thank you so much again, and I will talk to y'all next time. Bye-bye.